Sailing as a sport in general is a very physical sport, and we class it as a strength and endurance sport. There are huge strength demands on the sailor, as well as having to have a strong aerobic system as well. So we have several Olympic athletes that train here at Pinnacle. Chris Grube, for example, will come in and we'll probably see him on the bike for about 4 hours. The amount of effort that they put in and the drive that they have to succeed is massive. So their training reflects in that.
Fitness is a huge part of my campaign, and it's something I wish I'd realised earlier on in my career how much of a difference it actually made. There is such a depth and strength to the fleet that physical fitness plays even more of an important role in making a big difference, especially in the breezier conditions. So if you're in a big physical block and you're not sailing so much, you could regularly do like 8 to 10 hours of low intensity cardio work plus a couple of intervals, plus probably 3 strength sessions in the gym, maybe a bit of hiking bench sessions. If you're sailing more, then that will naturally go down because you'll get those physical hits in on the water. So you kind of balance it with what you're trying to achieve at the time. If you're working on some technical sailing stuff, you don't want to be completely exhausted for that, so you have to tailor it a little bit, but it is a high volume that we try to keep up.
Do an awful lot of core training, so spend a lot of time in the gym working on core fitness. That's probably about 5 times a week, and then an awful lot of time building up leg strength, leg endurance, also in the gym 3-4 times a week. And then to give me the best chance of recovering and having the endurance that I need, I'll spend a lot of time doing cardio, which is mainly on a bike, cycling up and down hills, or doing longer kind of routes for several hours at a time.
Strength for dinghy sailing comes primarily from the legs, so a lot of leg strength. For laser class and things, you need a lot of quad strength, and then with the trapeze classes as well, obviously being out on their feet doing a lot of high speed sailing. And same with upper body strength as well, a lot of pulling involved with sheeting on, and core strength as well, especially in the laser class.
So just being able to maintain that excellent hiking posture for longer than the people around you means that you will be quicker upwind. But also, everyone always just talks about hiking, but you've got to have that endurance to be able to perform as well on day 5 or day 6 as you do on day 1. And also downwind, the more dynamic you are in an ILCA, the quicker you typically go. So fitness plays a massive part in how fast you go.
Possibly one of the more comparable sports is road cycling, where they just do large routes day in, day out, over and over again, and that builds up fatigue for all of the riders. It's kind of the same for us. Day 1 you start pretty fresh. By day 5 or day 6 everyone's starting to get pretty tired, and it's noticeable in the way everyone sails and their decision making, but it's the same for everyone. It's a challenge for everyone, so being the fittest is a massive gain.
Training for an Olympic sailor, along with any other athlete, is obviously going to be a lot tougher than your average gym session, but that's not to say that your average gym goer can't reach the level that these guys are competing at, or not competing at, but training at. It's all just progression and progressive overload in order to make the strength gains that they need for their sport.